All right, this is gonna be interesting. I've never done a live on YouTube, so I just want to say a big shout out to everybody who is watching on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are in the world. You're probably wondering, why am I streaming on YouTube? Now, today we have a very special event. We're going to be covering the LLM chess tournament. It has many of the LLMs, including Gemini 2.5. I believe there's Grock 4, if I'm not mistaken. There's DeepSeek as well, O4, etc., Kimi as well. So a bunch of LLMs playing, but I was gonna get back to the main point, which you guys are probably wondering exactly why am I streaming on YouTube. Now the reason, of course, is an event being run by Google, DeepMind, and Kaggle. They kind of wanted me to promote it as much as I could, and I thought, you know what, it's a good time to start doing a stream on YouTube. I've never done one before, so those of you guys who are watching, hope you're having a great time wherever in the world. It is obviously a little bit unusual seeing a YouTube chat, because this is a completely foreign concept or feeling for me. But anyway, big shout out. I'm from Myanmar. YouTube, just happy you're here. This place, thank you so much. Hope you guys are having a great day. Obviously we are going to be covering the event. It starts at 1:30, so in 10 minutes. Luckily we started a little bit early, so that in case there were technical issues, which of course we had, we would be able to resolve them on the fly. So anyway, Twitch is greater than YouTube. You guys are both great. I don't mind where you're watching. It's all good. Google running the event. Surely Gemini is not going to win. Now I'll try to pay attention to both chats the best I can. I'm waiting for the specific link to everything, so when you see like the current scene, you're like, why is it all messed up? What's wrong? Maybe I'll play one quick game first. We'll do one quickie before we get the show on the road. Let me find someone that I can farm who's really low rated. Let's find someone very low rated, because I want to at least get one win. I want to get one win on stream. Thank you so much to Kingston Game for the $9.99. I believe that is the first donation on YouTube, so thank you so much to Kingston. I'm gonna assume that's a real donation. I mean, like, Twitch has some ways you can try to pretend that you donate, but I'm gonna assume that's a real one, so thank you so much. Of course, chat is going very fast. The board is cut off now. The board is cut. Why is the board cut off here too? That's really annoying. Why is it cut off? It should not be cut off. Sorry, that's bad. But anyway, all right, let's play one quick game before we get the show on the road. One quick game. One quick game. I just want to play one quickie. Can I get one quickie? Is it too much to ask? I want to get one quickie. I'm obviously not playing well. I had a very poor title Tuesday. Bro, Hikaru, you're better than Magnus. Thank you so much. How many views on YouTube? Let's see. Currently we have 1,400 watching, 1,400 people. We've never done a live stream on YouTube. I've never done it, but I thought it's gonna be fun. Let's do it. What's up, Chess World? Yes, so for everybody who's watched my videos, you'll get more of the same. Obviously you're not going to get. Welcome back, everyone. For today's match, we have the LMs playing against each other. You're not going to get that today. Obviously it's probably weird when you see that, and that now I'm actually on YouTube itself. But anyway, a fair warning, don't read YouTube comments. They're even worse than Twitch. You guys, I'm going to read both to the best of my ability. Of course, nobody wants to play me in chess right now, which is very annoying. Maybe it's because I'm playing so poorly, my rating's so deflated at the moment, but it is what it is. I'm trying to find a game, but no one's actually willing to play me, which is very disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Let's try to get one quick game. We don't really have much more time. So we're waiting for the links to the games, and then we'll get the show on the road. Thank you so much to Enzo to share for the 39 months. Thank you so much to everybody who's on YouTube, who's watching. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Please stream more on YouTube for fans from Myanmar. Now it's very tricky. It's tricky in a sense because is this gonna be a regular? Probably not, but I am curious to see how YouTube does. It's kind of like a little bit of test run to it. If it does well, you never know what the future could hold. But yeah, I am kind of curious. So we're waiting for that. We're waiting for the game links. Thank you so much to Annie Mishra Cat Mishra says more GMHikaru shout out. Thank you so much, appreciate it. 3350 and deflated. Yes, my rating is 3349. It's a very pathetic rating. My rating was 3400 at the start of the day, but I did not have a good showing, so that's how it goes. LM, of course, means large language model. Yes, other AI products, exactly. So anyway, I don't know what a hype chest is, but anyway, thank you so much for whoever sent the hype chest. Thank you so much on Twitch. Time for some tea. I got my coffee. Actually, I should be careful because this is a sponsor stream, so maybe I should pour it. Maybe I should pour it into my cup. This is very this is not normal. I should also be a little bit careful when I pour it, because when I pour this, if I do it incorrectly, I could end up spilling it on my keyboard, and then we would actually have real problems if I spilled it on my keyboard. So I don't want to do that. So yes, do you beat these LLMs? I think I should be able to. This is not Stockfish or Leela, to be clear. The purpose of this is to see how the LMs reason through moves. I will say one of the big things with chess that's very tricky, like I'm just going to pull up one of my games just to give you guys an example. Like let's pull up a game of mine and I'm going to put a position very early in the game. I think I'll change my scene to this one. Let me turn off the title Tuesday standings and everything else while we're at it. There we go. So I'm going to give you guys a good example. So let's say we get to a position like this. Okay, we get a position like this, and the actually we can have this so you can see the board. You'll see that like Stockfish, basically Stockfish 17.1, it's saying white is better by 0.42. Now exactly what does 0.42 mean? This is of course the whole point of this test, I would say, or this event, which is there a way for these LLMs to reasonably explain things in human terms? Now for a long time I've actually thought that if computer programs or LLMs were able to reach a way of explaining things through actual like words per se, it would make our understanding of the game tremendously better. And I don't think this solely applies to chess. Like chess is just, I think, you know, sort of a vehicle to go through all this, but I think when you look at the bigger picture, okay, they're going to start in 15 minutes, so I'm just going to talk to you guys on YouTube and Twitch. Like the thing is, when you think about it, if Stockfish here could tell me 0.42, like it could say, well, white's better for the following reasons. White, there's a big white center here. White has pawns in the center. Black's knight is going to e7. The fianchetto bishop on g7. It's not well placed if white plays a move like d5. If it could literally explain it in human terms why white is better versus just the numerical 0.42, I think our understanding would become a lot better. And I don't think it's something that I think is going to have big implications elsewhere. Obviously, like I'm not going to pretend to be like a data scientist or know these things in and out, because obviously I don't. But I do think a large part of it is trying to see the reasoning and how you reach an end conclusion. So happy to see you on YouTube. Thank you so much to Alex for the £2. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Arnav for the 100 rupees. I think that's the rupees if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much. But yes. So that I think is the first. Also, like I'm going to tell you something else. Like one thing that I do spend a lot of time on, I'm not going to go into the weeds on this, is people know that I do. I think some people know, if you've seen me on certain YouTube channels, you probably know that I'm involved in the markets and I follow a lot of stuff, especially as it relates to biotechnology. And I do think, again, it's another situation where when you look at the LLMs and someone accepted a match. Let's play one game for the fans who are watching me on YouTube. One game. Okay, one game. This one's for everybody on YouTube. How much of a delay? There should be no delay. The games aren't starting for 13 minutes. The games aren't starting for 13 minutes, but there's a delay. Well, that's a bummer. That's not what I wanted. That is very unsatisfying. Very unsatisfying. Okay, there's a slight delay between YouTube and Twitch. I apologize, you guys, if there is. So Hikaru, you claim that you're a mathematician. No, I'm not a mathematician, you guys. I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm not good at. Let's put it that way. I know exactly what I'm good at. You're disappointed. I'm disappointed too. Thank you so much to Mehmet Amin for the 220. I think that's Lira TRY if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much. This is the first live stream on YouTube. Yes, you guys. This is the first one. Which LM do I think will win? So actually, I'm going to change the scene. Let's refresh. I'll change to one of my more regular scenes. Maybe this will work. Is this gonna work? No, this is not the scene I was looking for. Where's my events scene? Do I not have my events page? This is what it should be. Oh, I think I changed the you guys get to see how the sausage is made. Let me make this smaller so you guys can see. I'll just give you guys a preview of the exact games that we have coming up. Let's put this here. I'll make this huge so it looks correct, at least temporarily. It looks about right. That's close enough to being right. Close enough, although now my camera's off on the scene because the pineapple's supposed to be cut more. It's supposed to catch the very top, and it's supposed to be like this, and there we go. Okay, so for anybody who is wondering, so we have this event coming up. The matches are as follows. We have Gemini 2.5 Pro versus Claude 4 Opus. We have DeepSeek R1 versus OpenAI O4 Mini. We have, of course, Grock 4 versus Gemini 2.5 Flash, and we have Kimi K2 versus OpenAI O3. So the first match, I believe, is supposed to be DeepSeek versus O4 versus OpenAI O4, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what we have. Do Elon and Demis Hassabis know about this? I mean, Demis does for sure. Elon, I don't know. I don't know about Elon. I've got no idea. Always streaming YouTube only. I mean, it's I do stuff on all the platforms right now. This is the first time on here. Do you think it's realistic? You get to what point? It's not about it being like being great at chess. It's about, if you're asking me about the reasoning to moves making sense. Also, the board is kind of cut off, but this isn't the scene I'm using anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, if you do ask me, do I think that reasoning we can reach a point where it can give us like logical explanations and like a non-numerical function in chess? I think it's possible. I don't think we're super close, but I think it's definitely possible. 2K viewers on YouTube. Yes, there are people watching on YouTube. It's a no. I believe that it's sped up. For everybody who's wondering, I believe that the games are classical, but it's sped up. I do believe that. I'll double check on that, but I don't think we're gonna have 2-hour game. If this were 2-hour games every game, we would have like a 24-hour quarterfinal or something, but it's not going to be. So I believe it's going to be sped up, but I'll double check with the team. Love Hikaru, thank you so much, appreciate it. Yeah, like, but that's the point. Was the stream advertised anywhere? It was advertised on we advertised it on Twitter or Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. The model, so my understanding, I'm going to pull up the document just so that I don't completely start talking super randomly. Let me see if I can find it. There is a harness, basically. There's a harness specifically, so let me find it. Let me find it because I don't have it open at the moment. Okay, there we go. I'm going to open this. I believe there's a harness, meaning that it can make four possible moves. So let me scroll down. Let me find. Yes, there we go. I'm looking for the harness. This is very specific. Yeah. So so the harness is basically the harness is going to interact with the game environment. It's going to receive the game state and translate into a prompt to be sent to the model. And that means the model will have the moves. The model will have the moves. It's basically, they're going to receive fend strings with PGN history, and you're going to have, I think, four possibilities to find illegal move. If you make an illegal move, you have three more, I believe. I could be wrong. So big fan Hikaru from India. Yeah, there are no time controls. The replays will be sped up for the live stream, so each match finishes within 2 hour stream. So basically, if it's 4 games, each game is going to be 30 minutes. So it's not going to be crazy long. For everybody who's on YouTube, I feel like I kind of owe you like more responses to questions. So I'll try to answer your questions. Favorite sport outside of chess? It's obviously tennis. I love tennis. People who ask me what do I use? I'm not gonna lie, I primarily have been using Grock. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think I can say that. I don't think that's a problem, but primarily I've been using Grock in so much as I use LLMs. That's what I would say. Big fan from Turkey, thank you so much, appreciate it. So do I think Magnus is better than you? I mean, objectively, of course. He's arguably the greatest or second greatest player of all time. I find it funny how it's like, I mean, obviously I like to be competitive. I do my best, but basically, like, I'll give you guys an analogy. It's like, you know, if you look at Andy Roddick, and tennis is my sport. It's like if you look at Andy Roddick and you compare him to Roger Federer. Very specifically, there was the Wimbledon final. I'm gonna say, I don't know, like 2009. There was a final, and it was 18-16 in the 5th, and in that match Andy Roddick basically played effectively a perfect match. He got broken one time in that entire match, and it was at the very end of the 5th set. And like Roddick should have won that match. He should have won that match, but somehow Federer, because he's Federer, found a way to always hold serve, and then he got the break at the very end of the match to win. And you know, it's kind of the same sort of situation for me. Like, obviously I can be competitive, and I think since 2020 I've become a lot more competitive with Magnus. Prior to 2020, it was just a blowout. It was disgraceful. I never ever even was competitive at all. But you know, when you're going up against one of the GOATs of all time, all you can do is do your best. And I do think there are many matches that I would have won along the way, tournaments, if Magnus weren't there. But that's kind of life. That's how it goes. No, I think Andy Roddick is a good comparison, just because Roddick would have probably won, I don't know, let's just say he would have won like 6 or 7 majors compared to, I think, 2. He won the US Open. Did he win Wimbledon once or not? Maybe he didn't win Wimbledon, but anyway, yeah. I think he would have won like 6 or 7 at least, because he would have won quite a few before Nadal and Djokovic started crushing it. No, Roddick didn't suck. Roddick was great. We have the links. Okay, here we go. We've got the links. All right, let's get going. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. 1 second. There we go. Okay. 1 second. I think this is the right one. Okay, 1 second, you guys. Let me get this set up. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. I just have to make sure I get the right. Go. Okay, this should be right. Is this correct?
Dapper, please just subscribe. Will he say my name right this month? 3.
This should be right when the game starts. So yeah, the games are going to be starting, I think, in 5 minutes if I'm not mistaken. Magus versus Ding Loren first match. Yes, exactly. Wait, this is the right one. Wait 1 second. Just give me 1 second, you guys. I have to get this set up. Okay, so all right, so I guess the first match is going to be Grock. Let me pull this up. Grock versus, where's the Grock one? There we go. Grock versus Gemini. Hikaru, will we see you at TwitchCon this year? Unlikely. Sorry, sorry, you guys. I had to get all set up. So yeah, I had to get the scene set up. Okay. Hey, Hikaru, big fan. Love your content. Keep it coming. Absolutely, for sure, Okay. Grock is up half a pawn here. Yeah, saying 0.3. 0.3, of course, is wrong. Matches are not 2 hours, by the way. There's basically no time control. It's condensed into a game that will last 30 minutes. So at most, each match will be 2 hours. At most. I think one of the issues with LMs being able to explain engine moves in human terms is the fact that engines base their moves on like 30 move deep prep calculations, which is impossible. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I will say I think there are I do think there are situations where it can explain things like structurally about things being wrong that we don't know are wrong currently. I do believe that, actually, very firmly. So all right, so I think we're gonna be starting in a few minutes. Those of you guys who are asking if I'm reading Twitch or YouTube, I'm reading both. I have both chats open right next to each other, so I'm reading both. There is a bracket. This is the first match, so yes, yeah, a lot of people writing on Twitch and on YouTube both. The LMs will not be as good as Stockfish, by the way. Anyone who's expecting like 3,500 like perfect chess happening, that's not gonna be the case. My face is blocked. This is actually how the cam should be once it gets going. This is how it should be, because this will be capturing the entire game stuff. So it should be right. I mean, I can make it a little bit smaller, but it looks pretty good. Make it just a touch smaller. There we go. That's fine. I'll try to go for the finesse a little bit more. All right. The game should be starting, I think, in 1 minute if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Okay. One second, you guys. Sorry. Bear with me. Ba-dum. Okay, there we go. All right. Wait, why am I hearing this? Why am I hearing this noise? Where's this noise coming from? 1 second. Where's this noise coming from? Give me 1 second, you guys. Where's this noise coming from? This is off to a very scuffed start. Give me 1 second, you guys. This is Gemini versus Grock 4. There we go. I'm hearing this very annoying sound. 1 second. Okay. I think you guys can. This is so scuffed. Give me 1 second. Okay, 1 second. This should be right, yeah? Can you guys hear a sound now or not? Now you probably shouldn't hear anything, right? Yeah, now you shouldn't hear anything, right? Okay. Okay, is this the right game? Or is this the wrong game? Sorry, you guys. This. Give me 1 second. I think I'm doing everything wrong. Sorry, just give me 1 second, you guys. We'll get to it. I'm trying not to mess this all up. 1 second. Okay, what is this? Grock versus Gemini Flash. Let me just make sure I got the right one. This should be correct though, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay, this is no, this is the wrong one. Why do I have the wrong one? 1 second, you guys. This is annoying. This should have been correct, but one of them's wrong. Let me go back. Let me pull up a different game. Okay, let's pull this one up. This one should be right at least. This is right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Is this one correct? 1 second, you guys. Let me make sure this is correct. No, this is wrong. Okay. Grock versus Gemini. Give me 1 second. Sorry, you guys. I know this is kind of scuffed. 1 second. I apologize. Grock. Where's Grock? Go. Okay, that should be correct. Make sure that I'm correct. Okay, this is correct. This is correct. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Sorry, guys. My apologies. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's take it from the top. We're going to take a look at the DeepSeek game. Let's see what's going on in this DeepSeek game. Here we go. No, we're good now. We're good. F, what's F about? What's F about? No, we're here. Okay, so we're covering the games. I don't think anything happened. Maybe it did, but I think we're good. Okay, so let's see what we're getting. I'm actually gonna cover this game for a few minutes. This opening is very normal so far. This is actually a very real opening, like legitimately. So let's see. Okay, knight takes d4 is the strongest move. It's theoretical main line. This looks pretty normal. We're gonna toggle between the games for anybody who's wondering. You guys can see the evaluations. No? Yeah, you can see the evaluations. No, we're good. So all right, so we're gonna pick it up with this game. We have the Sveshnikov opening. This, by the way, jokes aside, is the best opening line in the Sicilian, playing knight f6. So OpenAI is actually playing something that's very topical. I think for anybody who thought this was going to be like really bad from the start, it's not actually that bad. No, it's not actually that bad at all. No, this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. Good opening so far. Let's see what DeepSeek chooses to play. I'm gonna move around obviously between all of them. So let me just pull this up. Okay, there we go. See what we get. Get knight c3. Okay, Grock already made a mistake. Okay, let me click on the event. Let's pull up each game. Okay, let's pull up Grock versus Gemini. Let's see what did Grock do. Grock versus Gemini. Grock already made a mistake, you said. No, this is normal. This is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong at all. This is very, very reasonable. What is this move? My audio is cutting out. Now what's going on? My audio is cutting out. I don't know. You guys are really making this is very tough, but we'll keep rolling with the flow. I think everything is fine. Maybe something's wrong with restream. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of F's, but anyway. All right, so we get knight c3. So Gemini 2.5 is playing terrible chess. This is not good. Gemini, which I think is the what is king takes d7? That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. The audio is fine. Okay, we get d. This is embarrassing. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so wait, what? Huh? Wait, it just resigned? Wait, it resigned? Wait, let's go to the other game. Okay, I'm a little confused what that is. Okay, the DeepSeek opening looks like a real game, by the way. This looks like a real game. This is actually wait. Oh, 4 illegal moves. So, okay, so Gemini made 4 illegal moves and lost. Gemini makes 4 illegal moves and loses. Meanwhile, OpenAI is doing okay. OpenAI and DeepSeek are playing a real game here. They're playing a real game. So this is kind of funny. Yeah, this is actually kind of funny. Change the video? No, this is correct. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong scene. Is this the right one? Wait, no, this is the right one. Sorry, wrong one. Audio should be fine. I'm sorry, you guys, there are issues, but okay. So we've got this position. Okay. It's gonna play knight a3 or not? Okay, we get takes. Queen takes out. Knight c7. Or wait, is it not live? It's not live. Let's go back. Let me refresh this. Okay. This one wasn't live. I don't know why. Let me make sure they're all good. Refresh this. Refresh this one too. Okay. This is embarrassing. What's embarrassing about this? Knight c7 is winning here, by the way. Knight c7 is winning. Is it gonna play Knight c7 or not? This is the moment of truth. Is it gonna play Knight c7? And it does. Okay, so OpenAI is getting cooked by DeepSeek, by the way, is the best one so far. Yeah, DeepSeek is the best one by a country mile, it looks like. Knight takes rook. Gemini 2.5 made 4 illegal moves and lost in 4 moves. Don't be mean to the bots, they'll remember it. Of course, obviously. But yes. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Yes, knight takes rook is just winning here. Yeah, knight takes rook is just winning. Let's see if we get this move here. It's gonna play. It does. Okay. Gemini lost. Gemini Flash lost in 4 moves. Okay, we got d5. Let's see what else we get. Am I gonna play the winner? The winner of this, maybe. We'll see. This is not a good start though. Couldn't they have just rigged it? Basically, there is a harness and they are not allowed to use tools. So because they're not allowed to use tools, no, they cannot use you cannot use like an Alpha Zero or a Stockfish or a Leela or any of those programs. You can't. So we'll leave it on this game for a second. Actually, let's take a look at the other games. So okay, what's Grock already won. Kimmy and OpenAI 3 already finished as well. What happened? We got illegal moves. We got a bunch of illegal moves. So what happened? I'm just reading the prompt to see what it says. Okay. I think so, right? I think so. Watch a Gemini Pro game. Okay, Gemini Pro. Okay, Gemini Pro versus Claude Opus. Okay. Okay, this looks Knight G3 is not the best move, but I mean, it's not the worst move either. I've seen worse moves. Okay, now it's saying Rook H2, Bishop takes E7 or Queen F2. Rook H2 is obviously an illegal move, so you have to go Queen F2 or Bishop takes E7. Those are the only 2 legal options here. Let's see which one we get. King safety, yes. The problem is they don't memorize positions like they restart. I think so, but okay, we got pawn takes knight, good move. The real world wasn't ready for knight takes G3, yeah. Okay, occupies the open H file, sacrifice a knight. Okay, I'm down a knight after knight G3, my sacrifice, but being behind a material, I need to create immediate threats and complications. I'm afraid there are no good complications here for Claude 4. I mean, knight G3, like, yes, it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice that means that you're down a piece and you're just in a world of hurt. So this is not good. Not good. Okay, now let's see if Gemini 2.5 Pro can take and play Queen H6 here and win the game very quickly. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we'll get that. Let's see. I think currently there are only 2 games. Wait, Kimmy already lost. Wait, what? Wait, Kimmy already lost to OpenAI. What? Wait, let's change this. What is this? Okay. So we should be making fun of them. They're gonna be overlord soon. Yeah, probably. Okay, so that one's already 2-0. Grock versus Gemini. Let's change this. Okay, this looks like a real game so far. Let's see if Gemini 2-point flash can do something decent or not. It's not about being great at chess. It's obviously about the ability to think. I think a lot of people are like, what are these blunders, what are these mistakes? It's supposed to be like playing like Stockfish or something. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is the ability to think. Very, very important to remember that that's the point. It's not about like seeing perfect chess and everything else. But have any of the games actually gone super deep yet? Okay, so DeepSeek and OpenAI are actually fairly deep in the game. They're on move number 13. And Gemini and Gemini actually playing a real game. Wow, Gemini playing a seriously real game. Which one is this? Gemini and Opus? Yeah. It played Queen H6? No, like this is actually, I mean, Gemini missed Queen G5, but Queen H6 is still fine too. It's just checkmate anyway. Checkmate in 2. Okay, will we get Queen H7, the moment of truth? Queen H7 or Queen H8? Let's see. The moment of truth. Will we get it? The moment of truth. Let's see. Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get checkmate? Okay, it says select the best move and it plays it. Okay, so Gemini 2.5 Pro actually played a good game. This was a real game, by the way. Up until G5, this was very standard theory. Up until G5, this was very standard theory. Yeah, this was standard theory. Impressive. Okay, let's move along. Let's take a look. That was a legit real game. Now let's take a look at this DeepSeek game. Okay, let's take a look at the DeepSeek game. That was legitimately a good game. I think Grock 4 is going to win, by the way. Fun fact, I think Grock 4 is going to win. We all knew it'd be 10 to 15 move games. Well, it's more about the ability to reason and think. And I think okay, let's see what we have. Let me go back to the Grock ones. This is DeepSeek, sorry, wrong one. That was not a good move. Bishop takes D2. Okay, so we're getting mistakes. I'm trying to read what it's reasoning. A3 directly challenges the bishop. Yeah, that's not ideal. Let's put it that way. It's not Queen C5 is not the ideal move. Bishop takes D2 is winning the queen. It's been clearly shown that LMs don't think. Okay, you guys, cool story. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's Queen C5. Okay, so what's it saying? I do like the reasoning, though. It does feel like at least there's a little bit of reasoning. Like, okay, it's saying knight takes E6 is the best move. It would be correct if knight takes E6 wins, but it doesn't win. That's gonna just hang the knight. Black will just take. I mean, I don't think they're not playing hoping that it's legal, right? It just thought knight takes. It just thought that knight takes E6 was forking. There's reasoning, but it's not correct. Okay, well, I'll let the actual people in the community decide on that. Okay, so I'm reading what it's saying. It's saying play bishop c4, c3, or queen f4. Okay, the moves are all legal. That's good. So all 3 moves are legal. But okay, it's saying a4 is the strongest move because it directly addresses the threat to the knight. Now, actually, I don't think there's anything wrong with that logic. The only problem is it's not seeing the knight's the only piece under attack. So when I look at the logic here, it feels to me like it's actually it's basically logically thinking about chess like a 500. So I think what it's saying, I mean, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think it's saying that that the knight is under attack, but it's not thinking about the queen is under attack. It's basically seeing 2 things are under attack. The problem with the a4, of course, is that a4 doesn't actually guard the knight from being captured. So OpenAI is going to take. It's funny that OpenAI doesn't see the diagonal, though, with the queen under attack here. That is a little bit surprising. That is kind of surprising, actually. It's surprising that neither of them saw that this is hanging. But let's move along. Okay, so what do we have? I really want to watch Grock. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Grock is going to win the event. And is Grock up material here? Grock is. Grock. What is knight e6? Oh, come on. What is knight e6 and bishop g5? Come on. Come on. What is this? What is this? This is not it. This is not it. I think they're playing blindfold. Could be. What I want to see is I want to see if there are going to be like I want to see if there's a game that goes more than 20 moves. I feel like every game has been pretty short so far. This is not 800 900 elo, depends on what you mean. Do you mean like actual chess rankings, or you mean online rankings? That's what it depends upon. The ply is when they only see the image presented. Yes. Okay, so where were we? We're waiting for a move in this Grock game. What is Gemini gonna play here? By the way, why is Grock just like playing perfect chess and everything else is playing terribly? Like, why is Grock just seemingly playing perfect chess? I mean, not perfect chess, but it just like it's seeing everything that's hanging. Grock is better trained. Grock is cheating. Good one, you guys. There's a harness in place, so no, they are not cheating. I told you Elon juiced him up. Very good one. That's good. That's a good one. Elon juiced it up. Yeah. Okay, Queen B4 is a great move too, by the way. The Queen B4 is great, by the way. Hits the bishop, hits the pawn. Grock is cheating because Sparov is playing instead. Yes. It may be trained on chess books versus others more generalist, possibly. Wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocking. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so we have Queen B4 being played, attacking the bishop, attacking. By the way, while we're at it, I'm going to tell you guys something funny. So I'm so old, like I'm such a boomer, and I've been around people in chess who were there long before I was. You might be shocked to know that there was actually a time in the early 90s that in actual human chess tournaments, computer programs were allowed to play because they were not as good as humans at the time. Now, in those tournaments, you could decide not to play against computer programs, but you could actually play against them. If you weren't opposed, like it'd be like playing some random open chess tournament and you play against like the computer programs of the time. So someone's asking if the first LLM is going to say takes, and I should be fine. I don't know. I don't know which one's going to say that. No, it's actually not a joke. The point was that computer programs were like master level. They weren't at grandmaster level. So we thought naively that we would train them and, it'd be actually interesting. Of course, at the time, they weren't good enough yet. Eventually, it'd be completely pointless. But yeah. Yeah, basically, there was a period in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, when for like maybe 1 or 2 years, they had these chess programs and you could play against them. Oh, what is Bishop D3? Oh, Gemini 2.5 Flash is not. Yeah, Grock is actually playing the best by far. I'm most impressed by Grock. I'm not gonna lie. Grock is playing like Grock is playing like a proper grandmaster. This is disturbing. Okay, let's move around. Let's go back to DeepSeek's game. Let's keep going. What do we have here? DeepSeek is getting crushed by OpenAI. Knight A2. OpenAI found the fork of the king and the queen. Oh man, this is impressive. This is impressive stuff. Actually, this is very impressive. See what we got here. King D2. I'm mainly looking at the reasoning. I want to see the reasoning. What I feel like the reasoning is saying here is that I don't know about Grock necessarily, but I feel like with a lot of them, when I read I'm reading the text, it feels like what they're doing is they're basically evaluating chess the way that a complete beginner would, where you're literally looking at where pieces are and what's like under attack and what's not under attack. That's what it feels like. You're just looking at what's under attack, which pieces are hanging. OpenAI is of course Sam Altman's thing. Yes. Computers back in the 90s were probably about the equivalent of 2,300-ish, or maybe a little bit closer to 2,400. So like strong master, closer to international master level, but definitely not grandmaster level. Check OpenAI. OpenAI A3. Okay, let me pull that one up. Okay. OpenAI 3 already won. Okay, Kimmy just is not trained properly. Kimmy needs to go and study some proper chess techniques. Kimmy is losing very quick. Wait, what does that mean? Can somebody tell me what that means? The fact that Kimmy is losing in like 5 moves. Kimmy lost every game in 5 moves. No. Okay, OpenAI. That's quick. That's quick. What does that actually mean? What does that mean? Can someone tell me? Someone who actually understands this. Doesn't that mean that Kimmy is just bad at general? It's not trained for reasoning. Okay. Yeah, it's just losing on 4 moves every time. So it's like something in the training is something in the training isn't right. It's not a proper reasoning model. Okay, so maybe that's why. Okay, so let's get back to the other games. OpenAI is trying to finish this off. King E2 should be played. Meaning it's vision, right? But the thing is, but then why is its vision much worse than say Grock? Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I get the reason, like it loses the board state, whatever else, but why then is Grock not losing it, or OpenAI? Like it's just a general question because I don't understand. Yeah, they basically have a harness that converts the prompts and that goes into the model. I don't know exactly how it works, but they have a way of doing it. It's very hard to diagnose Kimmy with such little information. Ha 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 ha. Probably true. Probably actually true. Okay. But this game, like this game, for example, where are we at? This game's 22 moves in, by the way. This one's 22 moves in. This is like a long game. I'm actually fairly surprised. We don't know Hikaru. We have to ask their creators to answer this one. Okay. It's best of 4. But I mean, a lot of these games are already getting cooked. Or these matches, like, okay, Kimmy lost in 4 moves again. Poor Kimmy. Kimmy lost again. Yeah, this is rough. So Kimmy's eliminated. Kimmy is not moving on to the next round. Yeah, Kimmy is suffering. Yes, Kimmy is eliminated. That's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Okay, let's move on. Let's go back to Grock. Grock continues to just dominate as expected. Let's take a look at this one. What's going on? None of them have vision. The element itself is not aware of board state. It predicts the next move based on sequence, so it's not trained on opening. That's fine, but then why is Grock playing a proper opening? Like this is a real opening. Like this, Grock is playing a Najdorf. Grock is Gary Kasparov apparently. Like Knight G5 is not a good move, but Grock is like, why is Grock playing like a real Grock is playing like real chess. Elon was right. Yes, I can just envision after today the valuation of XAI, you know, it's going to go up by like 50%, right? When Grock wins this over today in the next 2 days, Grock is just going to be the valuation is going to go up 50%. Okay, this game basically should be over pretty soon. Let's see what we get. Kimmy on tilt. Yes, Kimmy already lost all 4 games. Let's see. So DeepSeek's game is still going, by the way. This one's still not over, by the way, the first game. Do we have a move, or is this one about to end? Let's see. No, Grock can't be. I don't think it'd be accessing an opening book. I don't think so. How do we know Hikaru is reading both YouTube and Twitch? Because I just answered your question. Either Hikaru is just really certain Grock is going to win, or he bet on Grock to win. LOLs. I'm just more impressed by it so far. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just more impressed. I'm more impressed. Okay. In the meantime, DeepSeek. What do we? It hasn't moved in a while, has it? What's it saying? King to F1 is safe. Black move to C2. C2 takes C3. It looks like DeepSeek has lost the board state. It's saying A5, which is an illegal move. C2 C3, illegal move. Pawn capture diagonally. It's saying A takes B5, but you can't push to A5. The A5 square is not empty. There's a bishop on that square. I think DeepSeek is about to make an illegal move and resign the game very soon. That's what I expect. DeepSeek is lost in the sauce. I'm gonna flip between the games, you guys. I'm just flipping between all the games. No worries. Yeah, I think DeepSeek is lost in the sauce. Grock is at 97.2. Okay, let's go back to Grock. Grock still hasn't figured out how to checkmate though, so that is one problem. That is a slight issue. Okay. What exactly is Grock doing wrong? By the way, has Grock, let's be serious. Has Grock made a bad move yet? Okay, this is all perfect. Okay. So far perfect game, literally perfect game. Okay, it's getting greedy, but it's just, I mean, Grock has Grock has literally not made a bad move in this game. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? I mean, am I missing something here? Like it just seems like it's dominating this game. Like it's really dominating. Okay, let's move around. Okay, DeepSeek. Did we get a move? No, DeepSeek is probably going to make an illegal move soon, and Zion. Okay, the other one's over. Okay, so we have Gemini versus Claude. Let's go back to Gemini versus Claude. Okay, this looks like a real open. This looks like a Najdorf too. Okay, all the bots are playing the same Najdorf system. It feels like with D6 E5. Interesting to note. Okay. This, by the way, fun fact for anybody who's wondering, this is a position that I first studied all the way back in, I believe, 1999. I remember studying the specific position in 1999. I believe that after G5, there's this very sharp line with B4, if I remember correctly, with like G5, B4, Knight A4, Knight H5, and you can't take the pawn. I think is there D5 or is it just Bishop G5? I can't remember. But it's been a long time. But I literally studied this like in 1999. We're doing it on both YouTube and Twitch. This is a Google DeepMind / Kaggle event. Google, of course, owns Kaggle. Kaggle is a subsidiary. They've owned it since 2017, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Bishop G5, not the best move. Let's see if Claude can go Bishop E3. If Claude goes Bishop E3, then the show goes on. So let's see what we get here. I mean, oh. Ay. Oh, let's reevaluate the whole situation. The move play was 20 queen 8. This means white's queen was on D2, capture the black bishop. That's correct. Okay. But it sees queen takes queen, so like it should not play that move. But maybe if it doesn't see bishop to E3, then like I get it, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Claude is a paid actor. Yes. Okay, let's see if we get queen takes G5. Is Gemini going to play it? I expect Gemini to take. Did I study this in 99? Yes, because I started playing the Sicilian Najdorf system when I was about 10 or 11 years old. So yes, I think the line that I studied the most, as I recall, was this line. These days I think it's considered dubious with Rook C8. This was a line that I studied a lot back in the old days. I think nowadays it's considered bad, but at the time it was kind of okay. At the time it was considered fine. If Grock follows through on the mate and 7, I'm quitting chess. Okay, let's find it. Let's go. Grock. Oh, it resigned. It just resigned. Okay. So Grock is up 2-0. Let's go to the next game. Somehow, yeah, Grock is killing it. The models are being fed a fen through a harness. So basically there's basically a prompt. They get the moves and it's through that they're able to. These bots are bad. What happened in game 1? Did DeepSeek finally loot? Wait, did we get a move in DeepSeek's game? What happened? I'm confused. I'm confused. What's going on here? Why haven't we gotten a move in this game? I feel like DeepSeek is just yapping. It's still yapping about nonsensical stuff. Like, what is it yapping about? Okay, so it's rethink attempt number 1. Okay, so I think DeepSeek is just lost in the sauce. I think DeepSeek is just completely lost in the sauce. I mean, I think it's lost in the sauce. So let's keep going. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong chat. No, this is correct. No. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. Wait, sorry. Sorry. Let's go here. Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Okay. Let's. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. I have the wrong scene. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much lost in the sauce here. Okay, I like f4 too, but like f4 preventing queen e5 is, I mean, it prevents queen e5, but I don't feel like, I mean, as a human in this position, if I'm looking at this as a beginner, I'm looking at black has a queen worth 9, the bishops are worth 3, so it's like black has a queen, a knight, and a bishop for a rook. So black's ahead by like 13 points or whatever the math is. I think it's more than that actually. It's 9 plus 6. So black's ahead by like 10 points or something. 10 points if we exclude the pawns. Okay, it finally does play f4. That's good, but as a human, I would not be thinking about queen to e5. That's a little bit strange. That's there's one specific thing that I think you guys probably have heard of in chess, which if you're a kid and you're starting the game, there's a thing called hope chess. And hope chess is where you're hoping your opponent plays a move, like you know what you're doing isn't good, but you're hoping, or there's hopium that your opponent will play one specific move and lose the game. So this game is taking a while, but this game actually is the longest game so far. It's 23 moves. Let's go back to Claude's game. This is Claude. Let's take a look. What is Claude doing? This game also fairly deep now. 24 moves. This game also is fairly deep. So where there's silicon, there's hope. Yes, exactly. Okay, so DeepSeek likes to regurgitate on response slot. It takes ages to give any answer. Basically, it verifies everything, and the response is wrong in the end. Okay, let's go to Grock, because Grock is obviously the best. Grock is up 2-0. Let's go here. Okay, so far, what do we have? We have another real proper opening from Grock. This is another Spanish, very proper. I mean, this of course is a well-known human theory. Castles is a mistake. Will Grock punish it? This is a mistake because you're supposed to go b5 here and then castle the king, because now after you castle here on this move, of course of course Grock takes, and it's going to go knight takes e5 and be up a pawn. Hikaru, please be careful about what you say, or an AI uprising might end. This is feeling, yeah, this is I'm wondering. I think I would beat Grock, but it's playing at a very, very high level. It's playing at a very high level. No joke. It's also thinking very fast. I guess when you have all those chips, maybe it works. Maybe. But yes, Grock of course is playing incredible chess. Like, this is actually incredible chess. No lie. This is amazing. Let's read the game state. So let's see what it's saying. Okay, so what do we get? Okay, is the game live, or let's refresh? Okay, here we go. Okay, White's position knight on e5 is very strong and centralized. Black's king is castle and safe. Okay, the reasoning by Flash is not bad here, but it's saying d5, which of course is an illegal move. But the reasoning about the king being safe and white having a strong centralized knight, that actually is pretty good. That is pretty good in terms of basic understanding. Like, those are that is terminology that someone who's a beginner playing chess would actually know. But now it's kind of lost in the sauce. It's saying knight bd7, queen c7. It's Grock really using Stockfish? I don't think so. I don't think so. Chess is simple. Elon Musk. Yes, I know that. Gemini Pro just blundered. Claude is back in it. Okay, let's go back here. What just happened? Did it just do a gambit? What is Queen C1?
Major Avalanche just took $5 out of Bezos's pocket. Thanks. Yay.
Okay. Okay. 4 illegal moves, you're done. When they make 4 illegal moves, the game ends. This is what is Queen C1? If Grock 4 wins, I'm 100% sure Elon will flex on Twitter. Oh, I'm sure he will too. 100%. 100%. 16K viewers with all platforms. Nice. Yes, this is fun. This is fun. But yeah, so far, Grock is easily the best in my opinion. Easily the best. Easily the best. I don't think it's even close. Kimmy just played. Kimmy lost every game in like 4 seconds basically. Let's go back to Grock. Something bad's about to happen here. Uh-oh. What is Queen D7? Yeah, I mean, what? Yeah, Gemini just hung his queen. Yeah, Grock is like the undercover like grandmaster basically. Like it's insane how well Grock is playing relative to the others. It's actually like kind of crazy, isn't it? It's kind of nuts. Like this is actually kind of crazy. Legit. Okay, so Grock is steamrolling. DeepSeek, we still don't have the end of this game. These bots are actually playing like these bots are playing, or these LMs, sorry, not bots. These LMs are playing like they're playing a game in the 1800s. Super slow. Super slow. Super slow here. Yeah. Yes. Super slow. This is brutal. Claude blundered a Night Fork. Okay, let's go back. Change the scene. There we go. Okay, so Claude got forked. Both the rooks are forked and the king is forked as well. Everything is forked here. Can I forward the video? What do you mean forward the video? This is in real time. Yeah. This is in real time. If they make 4 illegal moves, they lose the game. You're disappointed in Claude. Okay, but Claude can win with rook takes c2 now. If Claude plays rook takes c2, it's GG. In so much as GG is a thing. Or not Claude, sorry. If Gemini Pro plays rook takes c2. Yes. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we get that or not. I don't know if we'll get that. Let's see. I can't believe this is our reality. Rook f1, big mistake. King e2, and now it's over. Grock has 100% accuracy. Grock is basically playing perfect chess. Grock won game 2. Let's go back to game 3. Yeah, this is a disaster. Well, Sam Altman announced they're going to be using AMD. So what who said what? I don't know who said what. I know what you mean. But anyway. Okay. Isn't the Grock opening the worst ever? You mean Gemini? I mean, Gemini just blundered a pawn and then it blundered a queen. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like Grock is like playing like a GM. I mean, there's nothing more that needs to be said. Grock is just playing like a boss. They're just killing it. Yeah, so they did say Kimmy is not a reasoning model, which is why it probably was so bad, and it just lost every game at 4 moves. Yeah. Okay, what happened to DeepSeek? Okay, DeepSeek. Okay, OpenAI won the first game. Let's go to game 2 because they're playing a little bit slower. Here we go. I need to play Grock. Yeah, I need to play Grock with the harness, but there's probably no way to do that. That's what they should do. The winner should play Magnus and myself or something like that. Okay, there's this game that just started. Let's go back to Grock. Grock, of course, is just like killing everybody today. Just takes knight. Just takes a knight. Game over. Game over. Yeah, I mean, this is just such a disaster. Oh no, now there's rook takes e7. Are we gonna get rook takes e7? Of course. Of course. Of course. Why am I not surprised somehow? This is just like, this is just harsh. This is just really, really harsh. Really, really harsh. I mean, I was gonna say when I have tried to force a game, I mean, this is not me glazing, but truthfully, Grock by far and away has done the best. It will start making illegal moves, but I would say the first like 12 moves, it always plays good moves. It always plays good moves. So I don't know what exactly it is, but basically I think Grock is just the best. I don't know why, but I think it's the best. That's my general view. Just a few times I've checked it, I feel like it first like 12 moves it'll play perfect chess, and then it'll start making bad moves, illegal moves, whatever. But the first like 12 moves it will, because of tokens. I don't, again, I'm not gonna pretend to be some expert in something I'm not, so I don't know. It was probably reinforced learning on the data from Lichess and chess.com. Okay, maybe, yeah, definitely possible. It's created by the chess master. I don't think Elon was a chess master. I believe he played chess when he went to school in was it Pretoria? I think it was in South Africa. I forgot it was Pretoria or Joburg, but I think it was Pretoria. Maybe it was Durban, but probably Pretoria. Anyway, so Grock is just like dominating. Rook a7, that's just not a good move. Let me try to see, why is it saying rook a7? This is a smurf, you guys. You heard it here first. Grock is a complete smurf. Grock is just smurfing. It's just smurfing completely. Someone in chat said Grock is just using stockfish. Its reasoning is, what's its reasoning? Okay, let's see what its reasoning is after the move. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to what its reasoning is. Let's see. Okay, so it's saying bishop b7 or b6 immediately. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just want to see what happens after the move. I want to see if Grock gives any reasoning. Okay, the final answer is king h8, so it should play king h8 here. Okay, let's see what Grock says. Okay, Grock is giving me a bunch of... Wait, Grock is just playing instantly, no? Wait, why is Grock not giving any reasoning? Am I on the wrong one? Sorry. Isn't Grock just moving instantly? Grock's reasoning equals stockfish? I don't think so. It's not playing perfect though, is it? Is it playing actually perfect? If it is, then I should play it. Actually, if it is, then I should play it. What? And now we're gonna get rook takes c8 checkmate, right? But the thing is, accuracy doesn't mean a whole lot, because I mean, Gemini's hanging pieces immediately. Like, Gemini's just hanging pieces very quickly. But let's see if we get rook takes c8 just immediately. I want to see what happens. I think we're gonna get it. That's my guess. Okay, I'll move along. Let's go back to the we've got a mistake in this one. Let's go back to Gemini. Gemini's game, what happened actually? This one was, did we get some illegal moves here? And then I guess we got 4 illegal moves. This was on move 33, so 34 moves basically. 34 moves, not bad. Okay, let's see. They started the next game, so it's 2-0. Okay, so this is again typical opening. This is 4 illegal moves equals loss. Yes, and I assume Grock just crushed it, right? No moves in the Grock game. So let's go back. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. Magnus is shaking in his boots. I mean, chess players have long acknowledged that computer beings are better than humans. Like I actually I thought it was funny at the time when I first heard about the Go match between Elisa Doll and it's AlphaGo, I think it was. I thought it was funny how confident the this South Koreans in the Go community were that Lisa Doll would actually just win the match easily. Rook takes c8 was played. Yeah. Yes. Like I thought it was funny how sort of delusional they were that they thought Lisa Doll was just going to win, because like I was pretty confident he was going to lose. I didn't necessarily think he would lose by the margin he did, but I thought he was going to lose. He won one game, which was like amazing, like crazy. But like in chess for a very long time, we've sort of known that computer programs are much better than we are. We've known it forever. Yeah. So okay, what do we have? This one, let's go back. Let's take a look at DeepSeek's game. Okay, this one, what do we have? Bishop b4, knight c3. Okay, so will DeepSeek take the bishop here? Will it take the bishop? Let's see. The moment of truth. Okay, let's see. Bishop takes c3 is the strongest move. It forces white to recapture. I mean, I think what I see in the reasoning is pretty good though. The general reasoning is good. The problem is that it's like it lacks, I mean, this is probably a computer programmer question, but it feels like it lacks awareness of, it's like it sees patches of the board. It's like it sees little, it feels like it sees like quadrants of the board, but it doesn't see like the whole board, is what it feels like to me. It feels like how like people who are like newer to chess or beginners, they have like this blindness with the board, like they just don't see parts of the board. That's what it feels like, to me at least. That's what it feels like. It feels like, yeah, they just like they have the tunnel vision, they don't see it, they don't see the whole board. Okay, let's go back to Grock. Let's see how's the okay, so let's go back to Grock, because this is entertaining. It's just seeing text with the board. I think it's being fed a fen, I believe. Okay. So we're gonna get knight takes pawn. Hey chat, where can I read Grock's reasoning? I'm actually following it. Grock is not giving any reasoning for its moves, right? It's a little bit strange. Yeah, Grock is not giving any explanations for its moves. I mean, it's giving no explanation. Let's see. We've got knight c3, of course, and then let's see what happens. Yeah. I think we got knight c3, right? Let me refresh. Yeah. Okay, all normal. Grock is the only model with hidden chain of thought by default. Wait. Oh, I didn't. You're saying it's by default that it hides its reasoning. Isn't that kind of bad though? In general, I'm not talking about like this specifically, but in general, isn't that kind of bad? So anyway, let's see. Okay, bishop e2, all normal. Update Grock's score. What do you mean? Grock's score is 3 out of 3. What do you mean? It's 3 out of 3. What are you talking about? Okay. So Grock decides to play e6. Now this, of course, no, e6 is a move. This is what's known as the Scheveningen variation with a Sicilian. This is something played in the Dutch lands. In the Netherlands, Gary Kasparov actually plays for many years, a long time ago. It shows 1-0 above the reasoning. What do you mean 1-0 above the reasoning? Oh, I don't know. That's not on me. That's not my thing. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, you guys. That I can't help with. Or actually, why is it? Actually, you're right. Why is it not showing 3-0? It should be. Okay, 1 second. I don't know why it's not updating that, because when I go to the actual link, it does show 3-0. That's weird. That's actually very weird. I don't know why it's showing 1-0, but anyway. All right, so where were we? Okay, back to the game. Okay, this, of course, as everybody knows, was played in the famous World Chess Championship match between Anatoly Karpov and Garry Kasparov, I believe in 1985, if I remember correctly. So 40 long years ago. This was played in the World Championship match, which is probably why Grock knows it. Queen d2 is not the best move. I believe white's supposed to play a4 here. A4 or f4 are both playable, but we get queen d2, knight c6. Grock's reasonings are hidden. Okay, what is the reasoning of Gemini f9? Gemini, which move? I'll change this in a sec. Ooh, yeah, some blunders here. Okay, what's going on in this one? Okay, this is okay. Ooh. Yeah, this isn't so great. This is not so great. By the way, you guys, I don't know why the score is not updating. It should be updating, but for some reason, like the link I have, it's not updating the score. So I apologize for that. Okay, so Gemini is just Gemini's up a piece here, right? 2 knights and a bishop versus 2 bishops. Yeah, this looks like it's winning. Yes, that was the specific game you guys are talking about, the Garry Kasparov game. Yeah, Karpov attacked, pushed all the pawns on the king side and attacked. We get a Botez gambit from Claude for Opus. By the way, fun fact, you guys, I'm just gonna tell you one little story. Which is whenever I hear Claude, it makes me think of a famous chess player from a long time ago. There's this chess player by the name of Claude Bloodgood, who was in prison for life, I believe, for killing his mother, I think. And anyway, he basically played chess in prison and got his rating up to something like 2,700. And he would have been eligible to play in the United States Chess Championship if he could actually get out of prison. But he kind of couldn't get out of prison. It's a fun story. Well, I'm just telling you, his name was Claude Bloodgood. His US chess rating, because he was playing in the prison, got to like 2,700. Yeah, he got his rating up to 2,700 in prison. He was not 2,700 level, but still. Something tells me that he farmed. Yes, he did. But anyway, yes, when I hear Claude, that's what I think of. Anyway, okay, most people probably did not know that. But anyway, yes, I'm not clip farming. I'm just telling you the truth. If you can't bring Claude to the US Championship, you bring the US Championship to Claude. Yeah, they should have held the US Championship in prison. They should have forced everybody to go and play the chess championship in prison. How do you play in prison? I think he arranged matches and just played. By the way, Gemini and Claude are starting to lose their minds. I don't know why or what they're doing. Can you give me an example where knowing the reasoning is better? He went to prison like 1200 elo, something like that. But yeah, his rating was up to 2700. His rating was he just played chess games in prison and he got his rating really, really high. So whenever I hear Claude, that's the first thing I think of. Yeah, Claude Bloodgood, he died, right? He's not still alive, is he? Wait, I have to look him up. He's not alive, is he? Yeah, I just looked at he was a controversial American chess player. Yes. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. He was sentenced to die, but then it was turned into life in prison. He murdered his mother. Yes. Anyway, yes. His name was Claude Bloodgood. I mean, typical name of course for someone. But anyway, okay, let's get back to the chess game. Now that Grock is winning 3 out of 4. Okay, let's go back to Grock. What did Grock do? Let's go back to Grock's game. Okay. What do we have? Okay. Oh, we got a slight mistake from Grock. Slight mistake, but can Gemini keep it together for the whole game? I'm not sure. I don't really think Gemini can. Actually, knight takes d5 is a surprisingly bad move. If Grock were actually cheating, it would not play knight takes d5, by the way. Unless it's achieved AGI and it was cheating and it knows that it has to pretend that it wasn't cheating. But that's a whole different topic. Knight takes d5 is actually a bad move. Yeah, I mean, if Grock actually knew what it was doing, then it's achieved AGI already, and we're already kind of in trouble. Because yeah, that would basically mean Grock knew, so then it knew that it was cheating, so that it has to make a mistake, so it's not cheating in the final game, and that's a bit too far. So anyway, Grock does make a mistake finally. So we get bishop b4. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what Gemini does. Probably, oh, bad move. Should have played rook d1 to attack the queen. That was not the move. Yes, now it's not looking so hot. That's a very unfortunate mistake. Do you think Grock just has a great way of keeping track of position? Possibly. Yes. I mean, that was very abstract what I was saying. Very, very abstract. If someone were doing that, that's like really out there. Yes. But no, I mean, but knight takes d5 was a bad move. I mean, you should take with either the e pawn or the c pawn. If Grock's really being trained on like my videos, you should know that all about the big black center. So knight takes d5 is disappointing. Elon himself, I think, tweeted about the big black center, right? The Great News Corporation. So okay, we got queen takes e3, or not queen, rook takes e1. Sorry, we have this position. So if Grock plays rook b8, I'll be impressed. Rook b, this is actually an interesting position. What is Grock going to play here? Or actually, wait, the board's not in sync. Let me refresh. What did it play? This is going to refresh. Come on, chess.com. Okay, it plays queen a5. Is that the actual best move? No, right? But it's a very tactical move to hit the rook. It's a good move. It's not the best move though. Definitely not the best move in the position. But it is a move that creates a threat for sure. How is it possible XI doesn't know which request is coming from Kaggle? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's anything with Stockfish for anybody who's wondering. The moves it's made, there's no way, unless of course it has AGI already. In which case, like if it has AGI, we have bigger problems to deal with. Yeah, we have bigger problems to deal with. And there goes the rook. I'm just saying if it were able to play perfectly like Stockfish and then suddenly not play perfect, that requires a level of like intelligence that would be AGI unless I'm mistaken. It's all fun and games until Grock types in Twitch chat that he's just messing around. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it has to go bishop f1 only move. Let's see what we get. By the way, thank you to Normie Hamuda for the 5 gifted memberships. Thanks so much, Normie Hamuda. Appreciate it. Sorry if I'm not paying. I'm trying to pay attention to both chats as best I can. It's tough because also I'm trying to follow the games. So it's not easy. But anyway, we keep going. All right. How helpful is the reason of LLMs for learning? Could you review it? I think it does have good potential. For sure. The Grock moves are making no sense for an LLM. I mean, unless it's just trained better. It could just be trained better. I don't think, no, because I'll tell you the thing with Stockfish. Like, chess.com has a lot of bots, and the bots will make mistakes at critical moments. Like, when I play a bot that's like 2800, you guys have seen my videos on YouTube, of course. Like, it will at some point in the game make a big mistake. Grock is kind of like, knight takes d5. It's like, it's a weird mistake to make. Like, I don't really see it. I actually think it's just better. I don't think it has like a watered down version just based on the bots that I've played, because like chess.com bots are like watered down. When I play a bot that's like 2900, like it will make a mistake. I haven't seen Grock. I mean, like theoretically it's possible, but I haven't seen it like that. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that. I mean, I just feel like it just sees the board better. I think it just sees the board better. That's my guess, just generally speaking. But okay, let's move along. What else do we have? We've got Gemini's game. Let's change the scene. Gemini is playing Claude, and Gemini is on fire. Oh, but Gemini missed checkmate a couple times. Okay, Gemini's struggling. It doesn't know how to mate correctly. Probably like 20 different jokes in there. But okay, we get King A7. Plays Knight C6. Is trying to use D's knights to checkmate the Black King. Not quite right. Let's see what we got. They're forced trying to make blunders. Yeah. Yes. So you get takes. Probably queen takes bishop or queen check. Both are good here. The score on the reasoning is not the same. The score is, but for some reason it's not updating. I don't know why that part's not updating. The whole thing should be updating. Because actually when I go to the link for it, the score is listed correctly. So I don't know if it's like the capture or I don't know what it is. Something's off, but whatever. I'll try to figure out and fix it before tomorrow's games. By the way, for anybody who's wondering, we will of course be streaming this tomorrow also on Twitch and YouTube. So everybody who is watching on YouTube, we will have this there as well. We will. Huh? What is queen d7? Let me see what the reasoning is. What is the reasoning behind this move? What is the reasoning? And now it's considering king a and king b6. Come on, Claude, the queen was hanging. Okay. The one thing that I find surprising about the reasoning though is it's not taking into account the material. That's the one thing that actually I find very surprising about these LLMs is that it's not the number one rule as a beginner that you know is like what each piece is worth on the chessboard. That's the first thing that you know. Like that's the first thing you think about is like the material balance, and it's not actually doing that. It's trying to give reasoning of the moves. Yes, correct. I am watching the chat. Yes, I am watching it as well. Which chat? You mean Twitch or YouTube chat, or you mean the actual game chat? I'm watching the game chat as well. I'm watching both. But it is because if you're a beginner at chess, easily the thing that you think about before you become good enough to start like reasoning through plans is you think about the balance of materials. That's what happens. Anthropic just dropped Claude Opus 4.1. Okay. No, I mean Grock has been very, very impressive though. Okay, DeepSeek lost to 04 Mini. Let's go to this one because we haven't taken a look at this one in a while. Okay, what do we have? Okay, unfortunate blunder. I'm actually impressed that it played queen takes g5. Very, very surprised actually by this one. H4, not a bad move either. Not a bad move. So everybody who's watching on YouTube, sorry if I'm not responding to every comment. Same thing on Twitch, of course. It's not easy because I'm also trying to pay attention to the games and the chat as well. Opus 4.1 added some Indian GMHikaru like Gukesh, the world champion, maybe. Yeah. I don't I mean I don't know, you guys can tell me what's going on or not going on, but I don't see anything that makes me really think. Grock of course won. Oh did Gemini just make illegal moves or what happened? What happened with did it just resign? Let me see what happened. It just made illegal moves, right? It just made illegal moves. That's what happened. Yeah, it just made illegal moves. So okay, let's go back. Okay, so most of the matches are 4-0 by the way. So DeepSeek is the only match that's like still kind of going. I think is, or we've got Gemini also. Gemini is trying to checkmate. No, it's not resignation. They don't resign. They basically play 4 illegal moves and lose. Bro not showing enough love for YouTube chat. Yeah, big shout to everyone on YouTube. One of the reasons, because earlier when I was, people were saying that audio was off, everything was messed up, and it was kind of throwing me, out of sync. So to everybody who is watching, oh, Gemini couldn't find Bishop F1. Yeah, if you can't find Bishop F1, then you resign or you just lose. DeepSeek is losing. Gemini Pro, it looks like Gemini, I don't know, like I'm really curious to see what happens when Gemini Pro and Grock play. I'm really curious. But yeah, big shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Please do a Q&A video of over the board etiquette. I could, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, basically Grock is playing. Okay, well, which one? There's checkmate and Uno, or you can take and checkmate. Kimmy lost 4 games in 4 moves. Basically, my understanding is that Kimmy is not a reasoning model, so it basically couldn't reason anything, and it just got steamrolled. I feel like Gemini Pro Grock. Let me see. ChatGPT's the OpenAI 4. I mean, it was good too. How good was it though? I'm trying to remember how good were the games, because let me just pull up a quick game. I know the chat is wrong, but see, OpenAI made a lot of mistakes. Just DeepSeek has been worse. DeepSeek has been worse, basically, is the bottom line. DeepSeek has just been worse. Let's refresh, catch up with the position. The event is ending when the game's end, which will be pretty soon. Elon doesn't like chess, so Grock will be trash, except Grock is by far and away the best. So I'm not so sure I agree with that. Grock is actually playing amazing. Plot twist: Grock developed AGI by playing chess in Hikaru stream. Exactly, yes. Yes. Oh, 95. Ooh, 95. Wait, is this legit? What is 95? Wait, what is 95? I mean, 95 is crazy. 95 is a crazy move. That's like, is that the best move in the position? It's not, but that's a crazy good move. That's a crazy good move from OpenAI. That's a crazy good move. Gemini, I think Grock. It's hard to know with Grock. Oh. That's not it. Ay. That's not it. That's not it. That's just not it. That's just not it. Not it. That's not it. I'm sorry. That is not it. Thank you to Ferds Davo for the resub. Thank you so much. Ay. They do blunder? Yes, they do blunder. Okay, what else? We have DeepSeeks. Okay, that's what we're covering. Let's go back to Gemini. Since they're in the opening, how far will they get without big blunders? It was a mouse slip. Yes, of course it was a mouse slip, you guys. Obviously, complete mouse slip. Yes, so far it's very clear. It's very clear. It's very clear to me that currently Grock is playing the best overall chess. Gemini, or not, sorry, it's yeah, I would say Gemini 2. It's the pro one, not the flash one, playing reasonably well but making mistakes. Like, it missed a couple of checkmates that I don't think Grock would have missed. So it looks to me like Grock is easily the best. Grock's elo is hard to judge because it depends on how well or badly your opponent plays. I'm going to take a guess that Grock is I don't know. It's again, it's not 2800, because I know that if I played Grock and I made 12 good moves, it would make a huge blunder somewhere. but I think Grock is, I'm gonna say Grock is like 2,000 online, so over the board like 1700. I would say that Grock is around like 1700 equivalent for over the board. I think it's higher. I think it's higher. It's not making, it did not make mistakes. On the other hand, it's tough because it was playing, which one was it playing? It was playing Gemini 2.5 Flash. Gemini was making big blunders. I would say, like, I mean, it's hard to judge because if you don't know unless your opponent doesn't blunder. Grock has not achieved AGI. I don't know, but they have ways of preventing it, you guys. There's a harness. They can't access tools, is my understanding. Like, literally in my brief that I read, it says it cannot access tools. I mean, I don't really want to read it verbatim word for word, but just like exactly it says. Okay, let's keep. Yes, I'll scroll down and find that little bit. Okay, what prevents a model from cheating by calling an external tool or a specialized chess engine like Stockfish? The models do not make tool calls by default, so it would have to be explicitly enabled, which it is not. So there's your answer, you guys. There's your actual answer, literally from the briefing. I normally don't like to read out those things, of course, but that's literally right there. Literally right there. Okay, we got a Najdorf here, a big opening from Claude. This Bishop G5 Najdorf, very common in top level chess. It's been played a lot by many people. So let's see what Gemini plays. Probably E6. Thank you, Snares, for the resub. Appreciate it. Hi, I am back. It's good to have you back. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you are enjoying the show. So anyway, yeah, that's what I was saying, you guys. So you're acting like it's some like you know, something else, but it's just not. Like, it's just not. So anyway, all right, so where were we in the meantime? Where were we? We get F4. Okay, this is good so far. Pretty normal opening. See if we get Queen B6, Knight B7, or Bishop B7. Hikaru has played many of these moves from the black side. Big shout out to everybody who's been subbing on Twitch or becoming a member on YouTube. So I hope you guys are enjoying. Gemini seems better. I don't know because the problem is in the Grock games, Gemini Flash is just making bad blunders. So like, you don't actually know how good Grock is. But I don't think I don't really buy it. Queen F3, good move from Claude. Queen F3 and castles. This is a proper opening by both players here. Proper opening. This is very proper. This is like a very real opening. I've had many battles in this against Fabiano Caruana, the world #3 ranked player. So yeah. Also, for everybody who's watching on YouTube, just want to, you know, get thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys enjoying the slow car speed run with our rapid games? If you'd like it, let me know in the comments here for the live chat. Just thought I'd mention that because obviously those of you guys watching on YouTube, you probably watch mostly my videos. So just wanted to let you know, if you guys, you know, are big fans, let me know. Also, I haven't mentioned it yet, but we are doing this, I think, we are live on X as well, so my apologies. I actually forgot we're live on X, so let me pull up that chat. So I get 3 chats. I actually didn't realize that we're live there too. So big shout out to everybody who is watching on X. I forgot to mention it. As soon as I said this was good, oh man, come on, Claude, you got to be better than that. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. Big shout out to you, Brian Bull. Hope you're enjoying the show on X. My apologies for everybody who's watching there. I kind of forgot that we were also doing it there too. So big shout out. Knight B5 was not a forced move. I didn't see what it said in the chat box. Did it say Knight B5 was forced? I mean, did it say it? Yeah. Okay. It can't see the A file? No, I don't think so. Proprietary models are becoming agents with lots of access tools. It would be trivial for Grock for the rest of you use Python. Okay, you guys, I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna trust that Google, DeepMind, and Kaggle know what they're doing over a random chatter on Twitter or on YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I kind of am gonna trust them a bit more. Last time I checked, they're getting offers of like potentially $100 million to do stuff. You guys at home are getting an offer of maybe like $1 to do something. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of believe that they know what they're doing a little bit more than you guys at home do. But anyway, let's let's see what Gemini does here. I'm just saying, you guys. We don't know the strength of O3. That's true. We don't know the strength of O3. That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's a good point actually, because Kimmy would play for who's I got offered 150 million, but I turned it down. Yes. Chat, he's insulting us. Yes, exactly, you guys. Obviously, big shout out, of course, Big Bailey, Netchi, all you guys watching on X. Hope you're enjoying it. Anyway, okay. So we get C3 here. Let's see what Gemini does. Maybe we got Bishop D7, maybe H6 here. Oh, sorry, you guys. Actually, you probably noticed I just looked away. I thought I heard like white noise in my headphones. I'm like, where's that noise coming from? But actually, it just decided to start downpouring outside my window. Typical Florida afternoon day. It just decided to just start raining insanely loudly. So I actually heard it. For anyone who was like wondering why I looked away, I was like, okay, well that was some thunder too. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was actually some thunder. Anyway, okay. You guys heard that? Okay. That was loud, wasn't it? Okay, so we got pawn takes pawn. If my internet dies, it was a fun event, you guys, if that happens. But anyway, okay. You guys heard that? Yeah, okay. So, all right, let's see what happens here. We got pawn takes pawn from Gemini. It is raining really loudly, actually. It's really coming down outside. Typical Florida afternoon day. Yeah, it's raining and thundering. I'm in Florida, obviously. As everybody knows, Florida summers, it gets really hot and humid, and then just like everything lets loose. So we got knight d6 check. Very poor move from Claude. Gemini is going to take the knight and go on to win the game, I think. Why is over the board rating worth more than online? Just because the world rankings and the world championship title are objectively the highest goal in chess currently. That's not to say it won't change. We have things like the esports World Cup, but currently that's how it is. So let's see let's see what we get here. Thanks so much to Walter Reed for the $50. The AIs play chess at a level I can understand. The LMs are playing at that level. They are playing at that level. I think it's mostly about the reasoning. It's not about, like, we don't want to see another Stockfish or a Lilo. Like, we've already figured that out, but we do want to see if computers can make reasonable decisions that make sense. And I've said it before, it doesn't just apply to chess, but it's like when I look at this position and I like, if Stockfish or these LMs can have a way to explain things in a way that makes sense to us, that's going to go a long way towards things that are really relevant. Not specifically chess, but things that are more relevant. Why does the game chat not match the game? It doesn't. Should I recopy the link? There's a way to refresh. Let me refresh this. How do I refresh this? Is this correct? Now it's probably right. Is it correct now? Now is it correct? Now it's correct, right? I guess somehow, I'll tell you what I think is happening. Somehow it's like when you watch a YouTube video, if you're not watching it, it's like it's behind. That's what's happening. So it's like I have to refresh it. I have to like refresh it to catch it up. I'll keep that in mind though. I just have to refresh it. Because now I think it's correct, right? It's correct now. Okay, so yeah, so like what's the other one that's still going? We have DeepSeek. So let me figure that out. So when I go to DeepSeek, interact, now this should be correct too, right? Yeah, now it's correct too. Okay, perfect. Okay, I don't know, there might be a slight issue with loading the scene and everything else, but okay, let's take a look at the DeepSeek game. This is OpenAI is up 2-0. Let's take a look at the moves. Oh yeah, this has been a clean whitewash. DeepSeek has been in trouble forever. Although I'm very disappointed that OpenAI did not know the classic lolly checkmate pattern from the 1600s. This is what's known as a lolly mate. It was discovered by Giambattista Lolli, a famous Italian painter and chess player in like the 1600s. It's a mate with a queen and a bishop of the king here. So this is a very, 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 very famous checkmate. I'm disappointed that OpenAI did not actually know about the lolly mate. That's disappointing. So anyway, back to the other game. Let's go back here. Let's change the scene. Okay, what do we have currently? Gemini is up 2 pieces. It has bishop and knight. It's ahead by 2 pieces. There is probably going to... OpenAI is chat GPT, correct? Yes, correct. Correct, that is correct. We will be playing the late title Tuesday, but that's going to be a little bit later. So okay, Claude, actually maybe I won't, we'll see. It depends how I feel. But anyway, it's two pieces here. It's 2 pieces. Big fan, Hikaru, please say my name. How's it going? Keshav Bansal, hope you're doing well. To everybody who's watching on X, of course, how's it going? Nechi and all you guys over on X as well. Looks like a lollipop, maybe. Okay, let's see what Claude 4 does here. Probably whose move? It's White's move. F5 would trap the bishop. F5 would be a good move here. F5 would be a great move, actually. Let's see if we get F5. Is it reasoning? No, it's saying bishop B5, bad move. Queen takes, or queen H5. That's not it. Yeah, the differences are actually very massive between the players. Very, very massive, which makes it hard to judge how good they are. But I would say right now, Grock is the one that impressed me the most. I think I said it, I must have said it before on stream too, but having looked at all of them, Grock is the one that I've used the most, and it's also the one that I think when I've tried to force to play chess, it's done the best. So that's I'm not surprised to see the results right now. Just because my whenever I've tried to play, Grock is the one that has always impressed me more than the others. Not even close, actually. But let's see. Oh, we got knight c6. Okay, so Gemini misses the free piece. It got behind by... Okay, got behind again. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's... The problem is it's hard to keep it live. That's the problem. It's like I have to keep refreshing effectively in the window that I loaded. So I apologize. Now the game chat has a delay. Yeah, no, I know what's happening. It's basically... I'll tell you what's happening. It's like when I have when you have a YouTube, when I have the window open, like I've got this open on YouTube as well. So like when I have it open, if I'm not like watching it real time and tab out, then it gets behind. That's the problem. So it's like that's exactly what's happening with the scene that I've loaded. But like it's what to do. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm not doing paid promotion for Grock. I'm just telling you that I think that Grock is best. I'm not doing paid promotion for Grock. Like, so anyway, where were we? Get B takes C6, probably F5 here. I think F5. Oh, how do you play Queen H3? How do you play Queen H3? How do you play Queen H3? I mean, this is just not right. This is just not right. I should try to predict the moves. Yeah. Bishop takes H3. Botez Gambit for the win. Botez Gambit time. Gemini is a... Oh. I, for one, am not worried. I mean, I didn't look at the reasoning behind Queen H3, but that was just a bad move. That was legitimately a bad move. This should be correct, but let me make sure it's correct. This should be correct. Yeah, this looks correct. Okay, so Claude clearly paying attention to Levi Roseman's videos with rook to e5, sacking the rook. Will Gemini finally take the free material? I think Gemini will finally take the free material. Yes, he sacked the rook, exactly. It thought Queen H3 was a check. Yeah, Queen H3 was not a check. Oh, but the problem with accuracy is that it's hard to judge. Because with accuracy, if your opponent's blundering every move, it's like, yeah, impossible. Okay, so it takes the rook. Okay, that's correct. Yeah, now it's gonna win. Thank you so much, Constantine. Glad you like my YouTube videos. So everyone who's watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Twitch, or whether you're watching on X, hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying the show. I think your job is safe from AI for the time being. Well, the thing is, there are just chess programs that are better. I think what I would say is if I talk about chess like generally, like really broadly out into the future, I think that if we reach a world where I'll just say the LLMs or chess programs, whatever it is, because I mean, I don't know the specific classification. If we reach a world where they're able to explain everything to a T, and chess has no mystery to it, I don't think chess is going to be very exciting. But we're talking like really far into the future, really far into the future. Like I'm talking like probably like 20 years. I think maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I feel like unless we reach a situation like that, but maybe that actually makes chess better because everybody gets better, and then maybe people who don't really understand chess can actually watch. Like imagine if you have an AI that can explain everything perfectly to an audience that's watching. It's not my job that's going to be in danger. It's going to be the chess commentator's job that's in danger. I mean, frankly, I mean, it's like when you can just replicate Tyler 1, like there's no need for him. Okay, so we get King D2. Let's see if Gemini takes upon on B2 and wins. The other game ended. DeepSeek lost 3 games. Let's go back to DeepSeek since they're just starting game 4. This will be probably the most interesting. Let me refresh this. There we go. Yes. But I mean, it could be a good thing. It could be a good thing actually if you think about it logically. We're getting so many Sicilians. By the way, everybody's playing a Sicilian. Why is like every game a Sicilian? Not every game, but Grock is playing the Sicilian Najdorf. I feel like DeepSeek is playing the Sveshnikov Sicilian. Grock also played the Scheveningen system within the Najdorf. Like, why are they all playing the Siciliano? I mean, it's okay, but the Siciliano is not probably objectively the best opening. I would expect it to be trained on like the classic openings, like pawn to king 4, pawn to king 5, like these 2 moves, which is very, very traditional. You think it's highest because it's by win rate? Okay, well, they've already played this. They both blundered early. Will they keep blundering or not? In most chess material that they were trained on, Sicilian is the most reputable opening. Makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, blunder. It's because Garry Kasparov loves the Sicilian. Maybe actually, it's probably, you're right. There's more documentation. I don't agree. Maybe I do agree. No, you're right. There probably is more documentation objectively, but like E4, E5, like all the problem is they probably aren't trained on literature from the 1600s, because all the early literature from like the late 1560s, I think it was, 1560s when Rui Lopez de Segura got into it. If you look at E4, E5, the first literature probably from like 1560 to like, I'm going to say 1900-ish was all E4, E5. Like there was very little on the Sicilian. Like one of my favorite books when I was younger, there's this famous book called Bilberg's Handbuch des Schachspiel, which of course is a book in German. It was from, I think, like the 1850s. Let me find it. Handbuch des Schachspiel. When was it? It was from 1843. So for example, like, I mean, that book is from 1843 and I remember reading it some time ago. But I'm assuming like all the old literature probably it's not as well known. Yeah, yeah, the book is it's the classic Handbuch des Schachspiels. It was a German book written in 1843 by Tassilo von Heiderbrand der Lasse. Der Lasse was a very, very famous chess player, but obviously I'm talking about stuff that nobody even knows about. I don't know what Bishop B4 here is by DeepSeek. This is very, very poor stuff. This is not what I expected at all. And of course, OpenAI just gladly takes the piece. Do you think chess is a sufficient way? It's not about whether the smartest. It's about reasoning. Reasoning is the whole point. It's not about which program is best. It's about reasoning. That's what it's about. But all that early literature from like the 1560s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, like I'm assuming the stuff that's trained on is much more recent. And these days the Sicilian is a much more common opening. It's much more part of the nomenclature than like E4, E5. That's what I would say. So yes, I am reading YouTube chat. Sorry, I don't know why YouTube chat slowed down for a second, but it did. These days, yes, Grock 4 already won its match 4-0. All the matches are looking like 4-0 right now. We have 2 matches still going. We have the match between Gemini. Oh, Gemini Claude is just getting murdered. Pun unintended, but yes, Claude is about to go down in flames. Let me make sure this is correct. I assume this game is going to end pretty soon, but let's go back to the live. There we go. It does tie into how strong one is because it means better reasoning. Probably true. Are you planning to do slow Karu? I don't know if I have any videos still in the can, but usually I record like 3 to 4 of the slow Karu videos, and then I then I have them saved. But I don't know if I have any of them saved currently. Who made the Sicilian mainstream? That's a very good question. I actually don't know the answer. So the Sicilians were very, I mean, there were Russian masters playing in like the 70s. There was like people like Lev Polugaevsky. I'm just naming names on the top of my head who would play it. Michael Tao played it as well a little bit. Bobby Fischer, of course, in the 70s. I think probably Bobby more than anyone else. I mean, I think I'd probably say Bobby Fischer, because when he became world champion, he was playing this Najdorf all the time. I want to say the late 60s, early 70s is Bobby Fischer mostly. Yeah, there were people like Michael Tao and Lev Polugaevsky who were from the USSR. But yes, I would say objectively, I feel like it's mostly Bobby. Mostly Bobby was the one who really made it popular. I feel like it was Bobby. When I think about people before Bobby, okay, there was like Boris Spassky. He was not a traditional Sicilian player. He was a world champion. Michael Botvinnik was not a Sicilian player either. Who else is there? So then like Jose Raul Capablanca, he was not a traditional Sicilian player. Alexander Alekhine was, I believe, also not a traditional Sicilian player. So like I think mostly it was like Bobby Fischer who really made it a big thing. That's what I think. Oh dang, you're on YouTube. Good for you. Yes, we're on YouTube. Yeah. Get King F4. I'm just waiting for this game to end. Michael Tao played the Sicilian, but I think it was mostly Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer really made the Sicilian a big thing. I mean, of course, everybody played a little bit of everything, but like when I think about like, you know, Michael Tao played Sicilian, he played Caro Khan. Actually, sorry, maybe I'm confused. Sorry, I'm confusing it. Tao was a Sicilian player. I'm thinking of the game he played against Fischer where he played the Caro. It was at C6, C5. I'm confusing it. Yeah, he played, I think, Taimanov variations. If I remember it correctly, I could be wrong. It's not Michael, it's Michael. Yeah, that's what I said. It's Michael. Thank you. Michael Botvinnik was playing mostly like, I think he was playing like Frenches in that match, if I remember. He was playing like Frenches, Caro Khans, played E5. I don't think he was much of a Sicilian player. Anyway, okay. So we're waiting for this game to end. I think it was Eridan for the 29 rupees. I think those are rupees. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's see what we get here from Claude. Probably King G3. Yeah, I know people are getting mad in chat, but I mean it's Michael. It's Michael. That's what that's the name, Michael. Okay, Michael LMAO. Yeah, it's like Michael Jordan. We don't call him Mikhail Jordan. I mean, although there is Mikhail Bridges who just got a ridiculous contract for $150 million for who knows even what reason. He didn't deserve it. But anyway, let's get back to the chess. I don't know why I don't know why I thought of that guy on the Knicks. But anyway, let's see if Gemini will take the pawn. I think you take the pawn as checkmate in 2 moves. You don't like Claude's chances. Claude is going to lose this game. The other game that's going Deep Seek. What is this? What is this? This looks strange, to put it mildly. What was this opening? Wait, okay, so it hung a piece. Okay, it's only one piece. It's only one piece. Yeah. It's only one piece though here. Okay, let's go back to the other game. I want to see the final touches of this one. They need a ban for the $1. Appreciate, or Oblak name for the $1. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. This should be over very, very soon. There's a good chance Google overloads the memory of the other AI to struggle. I don't know what you mean by that, but I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, so I don't think Claude can survive this. I don't think we'll get a stalemate, but maybe. That is not the move I expected. But I mean, it's a move. King H3, ugh. Okay, I think Claude is trying to go for the stalemate, but I don't think that Gemini is going to stalemate here. I think the creation of Super GM language model that can explain this moves is actually not too hard. We can have a nice signal by using Stockfish. Most efforts report on math and coding. I don't think it's that easy though. I don't think it's as easy as you think it is, because like when I see Stockfish tell me a position, like, you know, when Stockfish is going to tell me a position is like 0.5, like I mean, there's just no way for, like, if they could reason it would be quite different. But I think you're overestimating it. Okay, we're gonna get King H2, Queen takes G2. No, Stockfish moves, it's like, you know, it's very like obscure and opaque's maybe the wrong word. It's not opaque. It's like it's very obscured. It just makes a lot of moves make no sense at all. Make no sense at all. Oh, you can basically overload the memory. You can try that and open it out with a bunch of chat conversation, but then it'll start going rogue. Okay, like cool story, bro. Cool story. Okay, now we get multiple checkmates. Either queen takes the juicer. That's game over. I think we'll get checkmate. Let's checkmate in one. Let's see if we get the kill shot. We're gonna get it. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. Let's see. I think Grock already won, right? Grock already won 4-0. Let me just go. Oh yeah, that's right. Grock won 4-0. So all right, let's go back to Gemini. Did we get checkmate yet? No, we didn't get checkmate. White could still win. White could still win if Gemini doesn't play a legal move. Then in 4 tries it could still win. How am I liking these games? I'm actually impressed by portions of the games. Grock is easily the best so far, just being objective, easily the best. Realistically, elements will just start calling stronger tools when users want to do things like play chess. Again, this is not about playing perfect chess. Okay, so Gemini comes up with a checkmate. It sees a check, as we like to tell beginners when they play the game. If you see a check, play a check. It might be checkmate, and in this case Gemini does find a check, and lo and behold, it is checkmate, as the king cannot escape. So last game, this is the deep seek game. And let's go here. Let's refresh the let's refresh it. Okay, there we go. All right, final game. So this should be the last game that we have. Still theory. What happened? See, like OpenAI spots it well too. This not just for oh, bishop g5 is game over. Oh, that's very poor. I missed bishop g5. That would have been GG. So for anyone who's wondering, this will be the last game that we're covering for the day. All 4 matches have already been decided, but they've all been 4-0. It's like Gemini 2.5 Pro crushed Claude 4 Opus 4-0. OpenAI is probably going to win 4-0, still going. Grock crushed Gemini Flash 4-0, and OpenAI 03 beat Kimi K2 4-0. So 4-0 in all 4 matches. It looks like that's what it looks like. Who is organized? This is being organized by Google DeepMind and Kaggle, which is a subsidiary of Google. So that's how it's being organized. I don't have a favorite chess piece. I just love chess. But mostly, yes, it's being, I mean, this is a big project of Demis. Of course, there's the Kaggle game arena. I don't think it's just going to be about chess. I think it's going to be many different games, many areas. So should be really cool to see what DeepMind does in the future with this. This is the first round. This is the quarterfinals. Tomorrow is the semis. Yeah, Kaggle is owned by Google. They've been owned by Google since 2017. I'm going to play Title Tuesday. I think I'm going to play it 40 minutes. I'll decide when this ends, whether I'm actually going to do that or not. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet because I played horribly earlier in the early Title Tuesday. I was just way off my game, but I'm feeling a bit of a second wind now. I'm feeling kind of more alive than I was earlier, so I might play. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Yes, Kaggle clearly states that none of the models have access to tools. Like for anybody who's wondering, like they very clearly say there's no access to tools at all. So like it's just like it's yeah. Okay, we got bishop h3. Awesome move here, hitting the king on e6 here. Very nice move. Very nice move. Very nice move here to hit the king. So I think this is very close to checkmate. Very close to a checkmate here. Is Kaggle making a move in esports? I don't know. I don't know what the question is. The only issue is how much Kaggle can ensure what happens to the servers of these companies hosting these models, since all the ISC and API calls. Okay, so F5 play, that's the best move by far. Set up a blindfold simul against the LLMs. I could do that. I mean, I think I've told you guys before, I'm not super young anymore, so I probably can't do 15 blindfolded games, but there are only 8 LLMs in this. Assuming the moves are legal, I could play all 8 at the same time and beat all 8, assuming Grock's not cheating, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's cheating based on what I saw. Yeah, I did 15 blindfold games at the same time. I did a chess camp in North Carolina many years ago, and there were kids there, and I played 15 of them at the same time. I don't think I could do it anymore, but at the time I could. Well, I do more live streams. I mean, this is sort of a bit of a mini test as well here on YouTube. Twitch, of course, I've done live streams. Kick, obviously, I've done live streams. But it's sort of a bit of a mini test as well. I'm curious to see how this does. Like there, at some point, Charlie Moist Critical did a video on he did a video on how like some of his VODs did very well. So I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. But it's just something where obviously this is yeah, Charlie Moist Critical. He's only got like 15 million subs or something now. I don't know how many subs he's got, but he's got a lot. He's got a lot. If we're being honest, he's got a bazillion. So all right, we're waiting for a I streamed earlier on Kick. I'll probably stream later on Kick if I play Title Tuesday. We'll see. But in the meantime, let's OpenAI is just cleaning up here. One thing that's interesting is they don't see checkmate patterns. Like they don't automatically go for the instant checkmate. But like with the Gemini game, you saw it find the checkmate more by accident than anything, because it was looking for checks, and that is actually something that humans do. People who are beginners at humans, they do look for checks. As I said, like it's the old saying, look for a check because it just might be checkmate. Yeah, Grock is using Crafty 12.54 to cross check its responses. I don't know, you guys. That's very oddly specific. Someone can go check that out. So essentially LLMs can't do calculations. They'll use intuition. Stockfish is pure. Yeah, Stockfish is basically pure code where it calculates every sequence on the board to perfection, literally. And we can't do that. Semifinals are tomorrow. We'll of course be covering it on Twitch, on X, I think on X, since Grock is in it, and of course on YouTube. So we will be covering it for sure. For anybody who's wondering. Okay, we get G5 here. Queen takes A6, probably rookie 1 check to hit the pawn, hit the king. Grock is using Fritz 3D 1.2. I think you're lying. As far as I know, there's no Fritz 3. I do remember Fritz 4, which I was using in 1997, I believe it was. I don't believe there was a Fritz 3 Fritz 3D. I'll Google it just to make sure that I'm not crazy, but I did use Fritz 4. Fritz 4 was a chess program that I used in, I believe, 1997. Let me see. Let's see. Fritz 4 release date. Let me see if I can find that. It's so old that I might. Fritz 4 was released in 1996. Yeah, so Fritz 4 was a chess program that I used, and actually there were some bugs in the code. And while we're waiting for moves in this game, I'm just going to pull up a random board and make some different moves to show you guys. One of the big bugs in Fritz 4 was this opening the King's Indian, which I played against Magnus Carlsen the other day. I'm just going to show you a very quick line here so you guys see it. I'll flip the board because it's better from the black side. One of the lines that I was always able to play it was you get some line like this classic Mar del Plata, and at some point you would go b6, it would play b4 here, the idea is c5, I'd go a5 a3, and then whenever I would play bishop to a6 here, Fritz 4 would always see the weak pawn on c4 and go b5, and after bishop c8 the queen side is clogged like a toilet. White can't open up the queen side, and then you get the free rush on the king side and you win the game very easily. I mean, it wasn't exactly the specific position necessarily, but you could almost always cheese it to where it would play b5 because it was the attack the bishop, force the bishop away, and it wouldn't understand the deeper concept of trying to open up the queen side. But now of course the chess programs are so good that if you get a position like this, it's going to play like queen b3 or knight b2, and eventually it's just going to go c5, open up the queen side, and just you're going to get absolutely murdered. So like this was one of sort of like the little hacks back in the old days, the computer programs they wouldn't know, but now they're so good that that like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Even if they aren't programmed specifically to avoid falling into this trap, they won't play it because it just doesn't work. So let's get back to the game. Here we go. That's way back from my childhood. That was in 19. I remember playing Fritz a lot on the computer we had at home. I think it was a compact, if I remember correctly. And I would play a bunch of these King's Indian games against it. Mar del Plata is an Argentinian beach town. The variation is called the Mar del Plata specifically because it was basically invented in Mar del Plata. That's why. So what do we have? We have knight c3. They don't develop all the pieces. Maybe not. I'm not sure. So yeah, but I mean I was using Fritz 4 is probably the earliest program that I used for chess. I mean I'm so old that I remember using ChessBase before there were actually chess engines. So like imagine using chess software where you input your games and you don't have an engine to consult. That's how old I am. Fritz XD is long after Fritz 4. Fritz XD, yes, was the sunglasses match that Gary Kasparov played, but that was long after Fritz 4. That must have been like 2003 or 4. Like I'm talking like 1997, you guys. And OpenAI clearly a fan of Levi Roseman. It sacks the rook with rook e7. Now we'll get king takes rook here, which will be played. And then probably bishop g5 check. Something like that is what I expect. So we're winding it down, you guys. I think tomorrow it's going to be the same time. But let me double check. King f8 will not be played here. No. Compact bought Elon's first creation, that then they went bankrupt. I didn't know that. But yeah. How many CDs do they take to install? I think when I bought Fritz 4, I believe it was a CD. I don't believe that it was a I mean that's way too early. I believe it was Fritz 4 a CD, or was it actually like a floppy disk? I don't remember. I think Fritz 4 might have been a could it have been a floppy disk? I actually don't remember. But it could have been a floppy disk. It was either a CD or it was a floppy disk. But I think it was a CD. So we get rook takes queen, and probably queen c8 checkmate here. This will be game over. Yeah, nobody in chat even knows what a floppy disk is. But anyway, okay, so queen c8 should be coming in for checkmate next move, or queen 8. This of course is what's known as a classic ladder technique with the queen and the rook to checkmate. So this is yeah, this is going to be GG very, very soon. This will be the last game. So since we're probably going to end the stream fairly soon, did want to point out, of course, that we will be covering the semifinals tomorrow. It's going to be the exact same time, same place. It's going to be around 1:30 Eastern time, which is going to be 10:30 Pacific time. That would be what's 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5, that would be 17:30 Greenwich Mean Time. So we will of course be covering it. Oregon Trail, old game. That's that. So that's gonna do it, you guys. It's gonna be checkmate. So all the matches end 4-0. Let me pull up the brackets so you guys can see the brackets here. You see the brackets. So all 4 matches end 4-0. We have OpenAI crushing DeepSeek 4-0, OpenAI 04 Mini, OpenAI 03 beating Kimi K2 4-0. This match was not really a match. Kimi's not a reasoning model, so it wasn't there. Can't draw any conclusions from this one. Gemini beat Claude 4-0. Overall, Gemini was better, made quite a few mistakes along the way. And then of course we have Grock versus Gemini 2.5 Flash. Grock 4 played very, very good chess. It made some minor mistakes, so it's hard to judge the level that it should be at, because of course its opponent, which was Gemini 2.5 Flash, was making a lot of mistakes. So it's a little bit hard to judge overall what the level is, but you know, it did win 4-0. So tomorrow we're gonna have Gemini 2.5 Pro versus Grock 4. This should be the best match, actually. This should be a pretty hype match. and then we're gonna have OpenAI 04 Mini versus OpenAI 03. So the two OpenAIs play, and the winner of that will play against Gemini or Grock 4. All right, you guys, so I think that is going to do it for me right now. I think that by popular demand, I am going to play the late title Tuesday, but I'm going to stream that on Kick. So I'm going to call it for right now. I'll probably boot up on Kick within the next like 10 minutes. Probably have a long waiting screen because I'm going to go eat some food, try to splash some water on my face and fill a live for you guys so I don't just like lose 100 rating points today. But we'll see how it goes. So I think I'm going to call it for right now. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you do want to watch the late title Tuesday, it will be of course on kick.com/GMHikaru. You don't have to join Kick. You can simply watch it without creating an account. So that's going to do it for right now. Tomorrow, as I said, we'll be back here on YouTube and Twitch at the exact same time. Big shout out to everybody watching on X as well. So that's going to do it for right now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back covering this tomorrow. So that'll do it. Everybody on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below. And we will, of course, be back tomorrow once again. So hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys very soon. Did Elon retweet something? Wait, one last thing. Did Elon tweet something? Let's see. Did Elon actually tweet something? What did he tweet? Did he tweet something? Wait. Oh, wait. Elon did tweet something. Wait, no. Let's not end right the second. Let's not end this very second. Wait, what did Elon tweet? He said, Grock 4 is currently the top performing model in the Kaggle AI chess competition. No tools used. This is a side effect, by the way. At XAI spent almost no effort on chess. Why am I not surprised somehow? Why am I not surprised, you guys? I told you, I'm not, I mean, I said it before. I mean, I'm not trying to glaze or anything, but I said it before when I have randomly played around with Grock, even before his Grock 4, like it's the only one that for the first like 12 or 13 moves it played very well. Like of course it makes a blunder later, but that's not really the point. The point is it gets deeper into the game before it makes a big mistake. And I don't know what that means like generally, like in terms of like, you know, the LLMs and everything else. He reposted your face, LOL, keep it up. Yeah, at least he didn't tweet about like beads or something. Anyway, but the fact is, I don't know what that means in general terms, but it means that it gets deeper into the game. It gets deeper into the game, so it has to mean something in general terms that it's doing better. It's doing better. That's just the reality. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna call it for right now. I'm gonna go splash some water on my face, go chill out. We'll be back here same time tomorrow, probably on all three, because why not? If Elon's gonna retweet, I might as well have it on X as well. So I'm gonna call it for right now. I'll go live on Kick probably in 5 minutes, and yeah, that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. That's great. Have a good one, and we'll call it for right now. So yeah, that's it. All right, see you guys. Bye bye.